My name is Sheila Mitchell, and I'm from South Africa. I'm also a trusted seller. So if you wish to grow your TBC in your wallet, you can come to me at any time and you can buy $100 worth of TBC from me. My email address is Sheila, and please note my name is spelled Sheillah, M for Mary, business at gmail.com. And my Facebook address is the normal um, Facebook address, facebook.com stroke Sheila dot Mitchell 52. We had a very interesting uh, send button meeting yesterday, I must say, and I really enjoyed it. It I would recommend that every one of you who has a send button attends the meeting at your time. If you happen to miss it, you can watch a replay, but it's always better if you can attend the meeting itself because then you can ask questions as well. And that is very good. Now, for me, here in South Africa, my time for that meeting, which is for Randy Starr has his meeting at 7 a.m. in the morning. For me, it is 4 p.m. in the afternoon. And I do encourage everybody with a send button to attend those meetings because we do get to hear firsthand what is happening in TBC. And then usually after that, the blog will come out. So you will all get the good news because we got some wonderful news yesterday. And you will all get the news again when you uh, attend the TBC meetings, and then of course towards the end of the month when I'm sure admin will be announcing what they have get told us. But tonight I would like to talk to you about the cookie rewards that started in September 2017. Our first redemption of the cookie rewards was in January 2018 when we were able to change our cookies to real TBC and they were placed in our wallets. I happen to have 11 TBC in my wallet at the moment. Um, I thought I'd deal with this subject now because there's been a lot of new people coming, and a lot of them are wondering if they would be able to uh, join and take part in the cookie rewards or not. And the good news is that the rewards still exist, and yes, you will be able to get a slice of that cake, everybody who's new. Um, I think the appropriate the cookie rewards, the next redemption time that we're going to have is in May, for the month of May, um, which is next month. And then, so there are certain things that you will have to do in order to obtain your cookies. And I'm going to uh, go through all this for you to redeem your cookies. I'm going to go through all this. I've gone back to September 2017 in the blogs, which you can see when you go to the billion coin dot in. Sorry, the blog, the billioncoin.info. I have put the URL for that in the definition area just below my video, so I won't uh, repeat it all there. Now, these are known as cookie rewards, and this is what admin gave us in September last year, 2017. Now, I'll read the blog where admin announces about the cookies and the cookie rewards. This is known as the cookie rewards promotion. And here I've taken a photo, is um, Santa standing with his plate of cookies, which we will all be getting. Now I will read this. The cookie rewards was once just an idea, but it is quickly taking shape, and soon you will see this program in your Crinkle Cash, where of course it is now, very much so. And that is our back office. I just want to clear up some confusion and some concerns that have shown up. First of all, let me explain what the cookie reward is to all you, with some additional clarifications. Everyone knows how points and point systems work, like how parents use points all the time to set to do sets of chores that the kids have to do, because not all chores are created equal. And then at the end of each week, the points get converted into a cash allowance for the children. Well, to maintain our Kringle theme, we are calling our points cookies. One cookie is equal in value to one Kringle coin. And so one cookie is equal to one Kringle coin. It has always been admin's intent to create a well balanced, abundance based global economy. The elites have really messed up our entire world with their systems of artificial scarcity and so on. It's time for humanity to mature and to embrace its full potential through living by the truth of abundance. We should all have abundance. Yes, this is the plan for the whole of humanity, and we are succeeding in spreading the news about it. The attempt to sell out all the proof of stake coins within the first 6 months failed due to uh, discounting of TBC coins. This was right in the beginning when TBC just started. And admin could have given up then and just pulled the plug on the whole idea. But instead, admin pressed forward and came up with some creative ways to distribute the remaining steak and cookies is the best. The cookies is the biggest and best idea for all. Now, here is admin had to find a way to be able to communicate with everybody, because it's no good just putting in the blog. Not everybody reads the blog, which I do recommend that you all make a point of reading the blog every day, and then you will know exactly what TBC is about and what admin is actually doing for us. Um, but the admin had to create a way in which to communicate all this, and I think it is quite ingenious what he or she has created. Um, Here it is in a graph form. Um, it's a triangle, but not a Ponzi triangle. This is a communication method. And what it is at the top there, right at the top, is Randy, Bitcoin Randy, and he communicates directly with admin, and admin will inform him of what we need to know. And then below um, Bitcoin Randy, he has 10 of his chosen people below him, and each of those 10 have 10 below them, which makes a hundred, and then the hundred have 10 below them, making 1,000, and the 1,000 has a 10 below, making 10,000, and so it goes until we get to, in the blue area, we get to um, 1 million people that are all getting the message, and then it goes on. Yes, the green part, and this is for the millionaires, This blue part is all billionaires, and the green part on will be millionaires, and then this yellow part or orange part is the rest of humanity who will be continuing working, but because of the abundance that's created amongst um, a billion people, um, well, it's more, it's a million billionaires and a billion millionaires. Um, they will be able to pay these people decent salaries so that they do not suffer from scarcity at all, and they can take part in all the abundance that is there. So the aim of TBC is to, of the admin, is to create a, a million billionaires, that's the yellow, the blue part, and then a billion millionaires, that would be the green part. So I will continue reading the blog. The cookie rewards for the billionaires in the blue part of the chart. They pay $10 Kringle cash fee and purchase at least a set of $100 worth of TBC from a trusted seller. So you can purchase it from me, and that will give them 100 million cookies. And at billionaire status, which is when a maturity of the TBC coin is reached, those all those in the blue area will be billionaires. Now, what is the maturity status of the TBC coin? When our membership reaches 1 billion members, verified members, I'll explain later what verified members means. When they reach 1 billion verified members, then the value of the uh, TBC, of one TBC, will be equal to 1 billion euros. So that is how it works, because the TBC is the growth of the TBC, and the value of the TBC is linked to the membership. So if one person joins, the value of the TBC goes up by €1. And that's why when the TBC reaches a billion members, then uh, the, uh, the value of the coin will be €1 billion. Okay. Um, the cookie reward. So this is for a set that is the 100 cookie, $100 of TBC that will be bought. For example, if you purchase $500 of TBC, your cookie reward will be 500 million cookies, and of course you'll get 5 TBCs for that. And if you get 100 referrals per set, then you will get 1 million cookies. And that, with maturity, will give you 10 billionaire status. So you would have 10 TBC, 10 full TBC that will give you, and each TBC will be worth 10 will be worth 1 billion euros. Now, the cookie rewards for the millionaires, that is in that green part here, there it is. And by the way, the membership here is shown as 1 billion members. For them, they pay $10 Kringle cash fee and purchase at least one set of $100 of TBC from a trusted seller, and that will give them 100,000 cookies. And that eventually results in millionaire status when with the maturity of the TBC coin. So this is also per set. For example, if you purchase $500 of TBC, your cookie reward will be 500,000 cookies. Get 100 referrals per set, and that will give you 1 million cookies, which will be equal to 10 millionaire status at maturity of the TBC coin. We can assume that the members that came in the earliest are the ones that had the hardest time building up TBC, as they had laid the foundation for the future growth and deserve 1,000 times better reward for their efforts. Now, yeah, admin shows what admin's wallet looks like, and I'm going to read it to you. The image above is the main wallet of admin. As you can see, it currently holds 410,448,443 TBC coins. Admin has had to halt rolling out mining. In the beginning, apparently they did mining. I joined after that, so I wouldn't have known about that. But apparently, in the beginning, they allowed the members to do mining because of discounters, people who want to just sell the TBC for any price in order to get some money. They are stupid, because if they leave the TBC there, it will eventually become a billion. But they try and sell it for whatever price they can get. And those are what is known as discounters. Um, and they do a lot of harm to TBC and for yourselves as well. And they do a lot of harm for the value of TBC. And so, as a result of that, so far, admin has been the only one mining TBC. Collectively, admin has mined 131,520,000 TBC coins so far, and that is a grand total of 541,968,443 TBC coins that admin is holding at the moment. Now, does this seem balanced to you? Um, how much money is that really? Well, it's so much money that I had to write it out, and I will read what I've written out because it's very difficult to read out a sum of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 3, 15 figures. It works out at 165 trillion, 925 billion, 817,534,591 euros. Quite an amount of money. Admin wants members, you and me, to have that money. So admin came up with a plan to create a million billionaires, that's those in the blue part of the graph, and a billion millionaires with the cookie reward system. So, and that is the part in the green part, there will be a billion millionaires. Imagine a world without poverty. It's hard to imagine that we can go, that there will be no poverty in the whole world. And there's so much poverty around at the moment. Imagine a world of total abundance where a million people, not just a few hundred, a million people are billionaires. And that there is also a billion millionaires. So it's a million billionaires and a billion millionaires. Um, And everybody, as a result of it, everybody will have a good paying job and a purpose in life. How will this world of mutual abundance affect crime, war, and general human misery? There'll be no more children sleeping on the streets because there is no home for them. They will be having homes, roofs over their heads, comfortable beds to sleep in, enough blankets to keep them warm, enough food to eat every day. The parents will be able to pay for the education right up to university if they want to become whatever they want to become. They would be able to go to university and do whatever studies they can. One can go on and on, uh, reminiscing about what will happen when everybody is in a state of abundance. Um, some are concerned that sorry, I left out a piece. I believe how would this world of mutual abundance affect crime, war, and general human misery? You know, it's a known fact worldwide that the poorer the people are, the greater the incidence of crime because they need to feed their families. They need to put a roof over their head and they can't get proper jobs. They can't earn enough. Some people have 2 or 3 jobs every day of the month and uh, they're tired. They can't give their children the attention they should be giving them. And so, if they were able to earn decent salaries, it would make such a difference to to their lives. And I believe that the evils we see in the world today would just wash away once we all embrace the truth of abundance. Some are concerned that this cookie idea is kind of like admin discounting the TBC coin. Well, it's not. This is stake distribution. Some, since admin is not selling these coins, but instead admin is gifting these coins to all of the members. It is clearly not admin discounting the TBC coins. Further, since distribution is done in sets, then this equalizes all purchases and everything is proportionate. So if a buyer purchases only $100, then their reward is proportionate to that of just one set. But another buyer buys $500 is getting 5 sets of the same reward. I hope that is clear. To add additional clarity, you need to see this dynamically. Some simple minds do have a hard time understanding dynamics, but let's give this a go anyway. Think in terms of benefits of purchase. When you purchase from a trusted seller, your immediate benefit is tied up to the 1 to 5% daily increase in the value of your TBC coins purchased. So in other words, when you purchase them, they are set at the value of that day of purchase, and then they increase by 1 to 5%, so that when we are being tied to the membership, when we reach the ultimate membership of 1 billion, our coins will be worth 1 billion euros. And those who are in the millionaire group, their coins will be worth 1 million euros. Sorry, the deferred benefit will be delivered by admin on, well, when this was put out, it was on Christmas Day that they were going to do it. And then they had a few problems because they found that um, people just could not be ready with the verifying all the sales and what have you. They just were not ready. So admin listened to the people and moved the date for redemption of the cookies to about from the 1st of January to the 17th of January this year. And so that is known as the cookie reward system. Every purchase retroactively is treated exactly the same, and all the purchases are balanced perfectly. The stake will be cleared out, and with such huge benefits, selling the TBC will be even easier. So it's a win for the buyer, it's a win for the seller, and it's a win for the TBC, including admin. Now, I promise to tell you what a verified member is. When a new person joins TBC for the first time, once they've filled out that form, before actually being able to get into their Kringle and back office, uh, they have to wait, and they immediately receive 2 emails from the at the address that they have put in the form. The one is for the wallet, and the one is for the Kringle Cash back office. And in both of them, they have to acknowledge that they have read through and that they accept that they will never sell TBC at a discounted price. So this is the one condition that is given to us when we join TBC. And I cannot understand how people can just ignore that sometimes and become discounters. But they are the losers in the long run, but they do harm to our TBC. So, in other words, if someone wants to buy TBC, they must first join. I missed out. At the moment, when we sell TBC, it is sold peer to peer. That is how we make our money there. And last night I put up a blog. Uh, um, I put up a post in the broadcast where I explained how we make our money with TBC. So, and we make it peer to peer. So, in other words, if someone wants to buy TBC, they must first join TBC, and then they can buy the TBC from you, who have got your send button. So, in other words, I did explain it last night how you can buy TBC, either that your new prospect can buy TBC from you, or if you do not have TBC to sell, you can go into a 50-50 partnership with that person. So that's all for tonight. Thank you very much, and I'll see you tomorrow night.